You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
Here's your weather briefing for this Sunday, November the 2nd. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray, and daylight saving time ended this morning. Don't forget to set your clocks back if you haven't done so already on any of your manual ones. A good time to remember to change out your smoke detector batteries today, too. Always a good idea to remember that this time of year. Current alerts across the state of Alabama, none. Frost advisories back to the west. We're going to deal with those here tonight, I think. Maybe some frost advisories as colder air moves into the state behind our low pressure system. This current satellite and radar shows some high cloudiness moving across the southern part of Alabama. Low clouds across the northern part. We've got some showers moving across the Tennessee Valley. As the upper low moves closer, the instability associated with it is going to cause some thunder today over the northeastern part of Alabama. Could even see some small hail with some of the stronger cores there, some gusty winds. Not expecting anything severe, but we'll be kind of watching out for that. Temperatures at 6:12 this morning as I record this in the 40s across the state. Birmingham checking in at 50, Mobile and Gulf Shores at 52. Nationally, all the emphasis is here with this trough and low pressure system moving through the southeast. Got some showers up there in Minnesota along the Canadian border. But most of the nation is quiet. Zooming in on what's going on in here in Alabama and what you can expect for your Sunday. By this afternoon, you can see that cold core upper low will be over North Alabama, and as it is there, the instability associated with it, as we get a little bit of clearing today, you're going to see some fairly strong lapse rates. That's the cooling with height. Instability levels will begin to increase. You'll see about 200 to 400 joules of CAPE, and with that, some thunder is going to develop. Places like Albertville, Arab, over to Gadsden, maybe up to Scottsboro, down to Anniston. We'll be watching to see if we get any small hail, some gusty winds. Be watching that radar through the afternoon. Most of that's going to clear out by sunset. That stuff moves into Georgia. Temperatures fall quickly back into the 40s this evening. We'll be heading into the 30s for overnight lows across a good bit of the area. And frost is going to form again, so I wouldn't be surprised to see us get some frost advisories by afternoon for tonight. So keep that in mind. Protect those, any sensitive plants you've got. Make sure your pets are, protected tonight. And just, check on anybody else that might have any issues. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine. Going to be a fairly nice day with temperatures in the 60s. By Tuesday morning, we'll be back, in the 30s and 40s. These temperatures might be a little bit warm. I think we'll have fairly ideal radiational cooling conditions, and that may allow us to get colder than this. So maybe frost advisories again, but things are going to be moderating as we go through the week. No severe weather outlook today. I noticed the Weather Service in Huntsville was talking about a severe storm or two, but that's really not anything we expect to happen. Tomorrow the same, Tuesday the same. The QPF from the WPC, I got to check why my graphic jumps around like that. Nothing really over the next 7 days. Most of it coming today. A little bit of rain coming in here next weekend, but you can see less than a half inch for Alabama, and that's not good news because we've got drought conditions for much of the state. Abnormally dry now for about 85% of Alabama. Only the Tennessee Valley escaping that now. We've got these extreme drought conditions in west central Alabama with severe drought conditions for basically the southern two-thirds of the state. Tropics are quiet. My map is going backwards. Got to go in there and fix that. The Melissa is over the North Atlantic. There's a wave over the northeastern Caribbean, but it's of no consequence, no development over the next 7 days. 500 millibar heights by Tuesday, we get this upper low out of here, and ridge begins to develop over the northern Gulf. That will give us, a nice run of weather this week. Temperatures warming back toward the 70s, and by Wednesday you see that ridge is in place across the Gulf. Watching a couple of troughs moving through the Great Lakes region, those are going to send weak frontal systems our way before we start to see a full latitude trough develop by the end of next weekend into the start of week 2. And, that's going to put us back into a fairly stormy period. Here, getting through what we've already shown you on the Futurecast, by Tuesday the 4th, we've got, sunny skies over Alabama, temperatures warming back into the 70s. By Wednesday, more of the same. Thursday, maybe some high clouds over South Alabama. You saw a little bit of a Gulf disturbance there on the European, but some showers over the out over the open waters there. By Friday, that system is working its way towards Alabama as a frontal system. Some clouds move into the area. Could see a shower on Friday. I think it more likely holds off until Saturday. The GFS is a lot faster with this run. We'll kind of watch that. I think the best chances for rain come in here sometime Saturday, and they're not, we're not really very bullish on that idea just yet till we get a little more understanding. Secondary front on Sunday probably, and then, some idea of some lingering cloudiness, maybe some drizzle for Monday the 10th as we get into the week 2 period. By Tuesday the 11th, you can see we're more unsettled. Another system coming through here Wednesday the 12th, 13th. You just get the idea. There's another system. We're just getting into a more unsettled period. Your 7-day forecasts for North Alabama. Best rain chances today. Another rain chance by Saturday. Going to be warming back into the upper 60s by Tuesday, 70s by Wednesday, and into the latter part of the week. For South Alabama, much warmer, upper 70s by later in the week. 40s at night, so a very comfortable week. We finally are getting a little bit of fall weather. Weather Brains this week, we're going to be talking to Tom Paylor. He is a gentleman who works for Munich Re. There are folks who deal with weather risk management, and he is specifically a meteorologist and a trader. So we'll be talking about that. But Weather Brains is the weekly netcast that's all about weather. We've been doing it for 20 years, coming up on our 20th anniversary, an amazing show. We always say we're not the best weather podcast, but we were the first. So anyway, Weather Brains, get us where you get your podcast. Well, that's your weather briefing for this Sunday, November 2nd. I'll have notes on the blog, and we'll have frequent updates throughout the day on the Alabama Weather Network.